Hey, what's up guys? Gemini, back with another video. And I wanted to record this video about this whole greatest wrestling match of all time with Edge and Randy Orton. I'm sitting here watching WrestleMania 10. Owen Hart and Bret Hart was the opening match, and that's the match I have on right now. Now, before this match, they didn't claim that Owen and Bret was going to be one of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history. And they had two matches that stood out at WrestleMania 10, Owen Hart and Bret, and the ladder match with Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels. But the thing is, before Bret and Owen went out there and did this killer match, they didn't say it was going to be the greatest wrestling match of all time. The problem with WWE building this up as the greatest match of all time is people are cynics. People are, gosh darn it. Drop my phone. People are critics, right? Oh, so much itches. People are critics. So now that you're saying this is going to be the greatest match in wrestling history, people are going to be like shooting this down with everything that happens in it. There's no way that this lives up to being the greatest wrestling match of all time. It's just not going to happen. There's been so many great matches in history, matches that can't be touched. I mean, I could take you back to a few of them. I mean, for instance, Bret and Owen right here at WrestleMania 10, Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. How about Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar, other than the botched finish at WrestleMania 19? I mean, it was a classic wrestling match. How about Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat in New Orleans? 2 out of 3 falls. You can't touch that title, the greatest wrestling match of all time. You can't touch it. There's been too many good matches to touch it. And you go out with that much pressure saying this is going to be the greatest match. It's impossible. Now, I'm not underestimating the performers at all. I'm not underestimating Edge. Edge is truly one of the best I ever saw. And at WrestleMania 24, he main evented with The Undertaker as the world champion. That's as high in professional wrestling as you can get. You can't get any higher than main eventing WrestleMania with The Undertaker. That's as big as it gets, and that's as high as Edge ever got. Still, it's an accomplishment. I mean, you look at Randy Orton. I mean, one of the greatest wrestlers, one of the greatest careers of all time. And he's a legend, a Hall of Famer, a multi-time world champion. But them saying the greatest wrestling match of all time, it's impossible. You can't touch Flair and Steamboat. It can't be done. You can't touch Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker. It can't be done. I mean, God, there's been so many good matches, classic battles with Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair at the Starrcades, and Harley Race and Ric Flair. I mean, there's been so many great matches in the history of professional wrestling. How are you ever even gonna touch them? You can't. It's just, I'm kind of rambling here. I'm just saying that everybody, like wrestling fans, are really cynic, really critical, and I can tell you right now that it's not going to be the greatest wrestling match of all time. You can't touch what's been done. It's just, you can't do it. So that's my opinion on it.